2026 needs to be the year that women stop doing the things that keep them stuck in that skinny fat body. And let me make one thing really clear. Being skinny fat has nothing to do with being small, being thin, or weighing less. It has to do with body composition, not weight. You can be 110 pounds and soft, or you can be 110 pounds and toned. What skinny fat really is low muscle mass combined with higher fat mass, and on women that really shows up in our arms, in our midsection, in our legs. No visible tone and a shape that doesn't really change no matter how much they try, diet, exercise, doing all the things and still just not seeing the results. The most frustrating part is most of the time the women that are stuck in this phase are not lazy, they are not unmotivated, they just are not doing the right things. The problem is that the rules that they are following are completely backwards, but that is why I am here. Today, we are going to chat through 9 fitness rules that girls need to stop finally following in 2026, because this is the year that you are finally going to transform your body. So let's jump into it. We live in a time where everyone thinks that the workout that they scroll by on social media is the workout that they need. But the bodies that you see online, the girls with the Pilates series showing their daily ab workouts, or maybe the HIIT series or the running girls, most of them do not get their bodies with those workouts. They are posting things, and of course, me as well, I'm posting things and showcasing things on my social media that, one, yes, they are helpful and I'm giving little tidbits of my workouts here and there, but people are posting because they know that this is going to perform on their social media page. They're not posting it because doing this circuit is actually going to give you a six-pack. Many of the physiques you see come from years of heavy lifting or high protein diets, or overall lifestyle changes that they've made, walking, stress management, getting good sleep, hydrating, supplementation, all of the things. So don't be fooled into thinking, if I follow this girl's, 15-minute low impact Pilates series every day, I'm going to look like her. You're not. When you copy random workouts, you lose structure, progression, intelligent programming. You end up doing different moves every single day without repetition, without progression, and without any muscle stimulation. We need to do repetitive sets of the same exercises in order to actually build muscle and get progressive overload. And this is exactly what leads to the most frustrating outcome of all. Yes, you are working out consistently, but you are not seeing any progress. Skinny fat is often a programming problem, not an effort problem. Hormones absolutely matter. Estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, cortisol, these all play such a huge role in appetite, metabolism, fat loss, fat storage, and automatically blaming your lack of progress on your hormones is like blaming a car that's not working because there's literally no gas on the tank, but blaming it on the steering wheel before you even realize that the gas is actually empty. To be completely honest with you, I know this is harsh and you may not like to hear it, but most women and even men are nowhere even close to mastering the basics that are going to help support your hormones. I was in that cycle, I was in that rut for literally years. I was blaming my hormones. I was like, oh, something must be off. I must be low in something. And yeah, I was low in things, but when I started to do all of the lifestyle habits and changes that got me to such a healthier state, that's when everything just naturally leveled out and fixed itself. When you're hydrating, when you're getting enough steps, when you're focusing on lowering your cortisol, these are the things that are going to help balance your hormones. And when your hormones are in check, it makes it a lot easier to actually see results. So what I recommend, an actionable step, is take 60 to 90 days on really working on the foundations, all the things that I have mentioned so far, and then check in. How are you feeling? If things still feel off, yes, go and get your hormones checked, but really start nailing the basics to begin, and I promise 90% of the time it will fix itself. Stop drinking your calories. This includes includes your daily double lattes, your matchas, alcohol, smoothies that are sugar packed and don't have any protein or fiber. There are so many like sodas and kombuchas and health drinks, energy drinks out there now. And it's actually not even an issue of calories. The issue with liquids is that it is affecting your glucose response. And on top of that, liquid completely bypasses any hunger signal. So when you are consuming 400 calories in a drink or a latte or a matcha, whatever it may be, you're most likely still going to get hungry an hour later, and then you're going to need to eat on top of that. Yeah, of course, once in a while, treat yourself, or if you have like your matchas, your coffee every day, there's ways to do it healthy and ways to not make it 400, 500, 600 calories. Enjoy the matcha, do it smart, but also make sure you're getting proper calories through your food. You're getting protein, fiber, fats, the macros that are actually going to keep us full and satiated throughout the day. Liquid sugar hits the bloodstream fast, so we're going to have energy crashes. We're going to have more cravings throughout the day. Like I mentioned, overeating, and all of this is going to lead to weight gain. This is the opposite of what we want. So if you want to be toned, tight, and muscular, focus on chewing your foods. Instead of having a matcha to tie you over until dinner, have actual protein, have an actual meal, and watch how quickly you lose bloating, puffiness, fatigue, and most importantly, cravings. Stop prioritizing aesthetic over health. Women are all taught to chase smaller number on the scale, smaller body, smaller waistline, but chasing small is the fastest path to losing muscle. When you train and eat for the look alone, you stop listening to your hunger cues, you are most likely overtraining, you're pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion, you are most likely not prioritizing your recovery, trust me, I've been there, and you're doing more, but you're still not seeing the results. Why? Because your body is inflamed. It is in a stress response. It does not feel safe. And this is going to lead to metabolic slowdown, water retention, and a flat, soft, depleted look. When I was doing the extremes, when I was literally doing everything that I just mentioned, I was so puffy and inflamed, and as a trainer at the time, I was just so confused why I could not get the results that I wanted, even though I was spending so much time training, number one, other people, but then number two, training myself. It was weird because I was able to transform other people, yet when it came to myself, I wasn't able to do the same. But eventually, thanks to 2020, I know I talk about this a lot, it forced me to really slow down and focus on other aspects of my health outside of working out. And that's when everything began to change. I started making my own food again, focusing on protein. I was eating way more red meat. I started walking and really focusing on my daily steps. That was something I completely ignored before and was very ignorant to the fact that I needed to be moving outside of my workouts. I was really shifting the goal to overall health. And that's when my strength increased, my energy increased, inflammation dropped, hunger began to regulate, and muscles began to grow. No, but seriously, you start performing better and everything just kind of comes into alignment. The body that you want, because I know I have a pretty good idea of generally what everyone wants, it comes from building muscle and regulating stress. Let's focus on these two things for 2026. Most women think that fitness only counts if it takes an hour, and that is just not true. 20 to 30 minutes, 4 to 5 times a week of strength training and Pilates, a combination of both, will do more for your body than inconsistent hourly workouts. What I love about shorter and effective workouts is that it is a lower barrier to entry. So if you have a 20-minute workout and a 60-minute workout, it's way less daunting, especially if you're just starting or getting into your fitness journey. You are more likely to show up multiple times throughout the week for that 20 to 30-minute session versus being like, oh, well, my workout's 60 minutes and that's a long time and I'm feeling lazy and I don't have the time for it, or whatever excuse you make for yourself, and you just end up not doing the workout. 20 minutes is like, okay, it's 20 minutes. Like, I got this. This is easy. And 20 minutes of a properly programmed workout that is still going to apply the foundations of training. So we're doing squats, deadlifts, presses, whatever it may be. We're doing progressive overload. You're getting that stimulus. Even if it's only 20 minutes, it is still a super effective and efficient workout. That is why I love my app, Shape. I think that it is the perfect platform for not only beginners, intermediate, advanced wellness girlies who want to be able to follow a properly programmed workout schedule, but can also like plug and play different series when they need. So for example, right now we're in December 2025. It has been the most insane, crazy busy month. I'm like trying to film this before I go to a holiday party, and I have been getting in little bursts of movement when I can this month. And that's kind of been the vibe for everyone in the Shape community. It's like, oh yeah, we do a 15-minute abs here. We're doing a 20-minute full body strength here, a 24-minute lower body. And like we're doing all these mini workouts within the week because that's just what we only have time for this month. And it's still keeping us lean, keeping us strong, keeping us consistent, which is the most important thing, because that is what truly creates results. And here's the truth, your muscles don't know time, right? Like your muscles don't know how long you're working out for. It only knows stimulus. You can stimulate your muscles in 20, 25, 30 minutes if the programming is right. If you are training with intention and you're training progressively, doing less can honestly oftentimes mean that you're doing more. Stop skipping protein at breakfast. Your banana with peanut butter and bread, or your avocado toast, or your 2 eggs, none of that is going to cut it. The girlies that know that having a high protein breakfast is one of the very first things that they can do in order to build muscle and drop fat. When you have a high protein breakfast, it regulates everything else throughout the day. Your hunger, your hormones, your energy, your cravings. I always have like very large breakfasts, and when I share them, I think people are oftentimes even surprised about how much food is on my plate, but that gets me all the way to lunch. I am not hungry, I'm not even thinking about food because I am properly fueled. When you skip protein early, you most likely are going to have energy crashes, your blood sugar is going to drop, you're most likely snacking more. I get that a lot from women as well. They're not having proper meals, so they end up kind of like grazing throughout the day. You don't realize that you're actually consuming more calories and more like empty calories versus having protein-focused meals. And this alone keeps women skinny fat. The food is such an important part of it. Front-loading protein in your day boosts muscle synthesis a lot earlier in the day, and it also signals to your body that you're safe, you're well fed. It can focus on digesting and turning everything you're eating into muscle. I mean, it doesn't quite work like that, but eventually, once you eat consistently enough protein, yes, you are going to be building muscle. But truly, if you want a sculpted body, breakfast cannot be coffee and vibes, it needs to be protein. Light weights absolutely have a place. Pilates style strength, controlled tempo, higher reps. These are all beautiful tools that will help you get results. But if you never push the threshold, if you are never lifting weights that are challenging yourself, again, it comes back to the fact that you are just never going to build muscle. And you're probably also wondering, like, why are we talking so much about building muscle? Building muscle, having muscle in your body is what actually burns fat. That is how we get from being skinny fat to being toned and strong and lean. And without muscle, you can never reshape your body. Tone is muscle, definition is muscle, higher metabolism is muscle, lower body fat is muscle. If you've been lifting the same weights for 2 years, expecting different results is delusional. It's the same thing like just actions in our day-to-day life. If we do the same things over and over and over and we expect change, we're crazy. It's never going to happen. That is also something that I preach in my workouts when I'm coaching my online workouts all of the time on the Shape app. I'm telling and reminding my members, make sure that you are choosing weights that are going to be challenging you. By the end of your set, your muscles should be feeling like they're going to fatigue, and this is when we're doing our strength. When we're doing our Pilates workouts, we're using 3 pounds max and using that for the entire workout. Strength training is completely different, and you need that combination of both. No, the women who look more toned, they aren't necessarily doing more workouts. They are just choosing the right weights. I've always found it really fascinating when I see women who think that they can do just ab workouts every single day and see results. Like, of course, there's a place for ab workouts, but doing only core work is not going to reshape and strengthen the rest of your body. It's actually the opposite. When you focus on doing more full body work, our core, even if we're not actually doing an exercise that is specifically for the core, we're still using and engaging it. So for example, if we're doing a squat or we're doing a deadlift, if you have proper form, your core is engaged throughout the entire part of the movement. That means we're strengthening even when we don't even know we're strengthening. When I see women who are solely focusing on ab work, it tells me two things. Number one, they're trying to spot reduce, and number two, they're avoiding real strength training and real work that they have to put in. Abs actually don't need daily work. They need progressive overload, balanced glutes and back strength, better breathing mechanics. We need to properly learn how to breathe to engage our core. And also, we just need to reduce some inflammation in our body. Then the abs are gonna be there. 2 to 3 quality separate core workouts, yes, great, add it on, get that deep core, but instead of only focusing on abs, really try to dial in instead on your full body foundational training. Stop training 6 to 7 days a week. Trust me when I say if more workouts equaled better results, I would be here telling you do more, do more, do more, do more. If you want to lose weight, if you want to look good, you need to do more. But that is not the case. Muscle grows when we rest, and when we look at chronic overtrainers, so people who are working out too much, they are fatigued, they're tired, they are drained. They've probably also fallen out of love with actually working out because they're just so focused on the result. They've lost sight of enjoying the process on the way. All of the systems within the body, our hormones, again, our muscle growth, nervous system regulation, everything balances out when we are resting because the body can only focus on one thing at a time. Body fat is only going to drop when your cortisol drops, and if you are overtraining, your cortisol is gonna stay elevated. Cortisol only drops when your recovery is real, so instead, focus on that. Instead of getting those extra gym sessions in your week, focus on what can I do for recovery, what can I do for mindfulness, making sure my body feels supported and safe. And to be honest, that will probably make you more excited to show up when you're ready to have your next session. The women who look sculpted, they are only challenging themselves in their workouts 3 to 5 days a week. That is it, nothing more. And then they rest, walk, sleep, hydrate. If you never rest, you never progress. That is the secret weapon here. So in the end, no, skinny fat is not a size, it is a pattern, and 2026 is the year to break out of it. Let's train for muscle, eat for energy, rest for growth, and I am here to be a part of your journey to help you through it. We have new challenges launching for the new year, but whenever you watch this video, we always have monthly challenges to keep our members accountable, motivated. Our monthly challenges are also always aligned with the season, so where we're at in the year, it always just makes sense. All you need to do is show up, press play. I have everything programmed for you. And because I love my YouTube community so much, I am giving you 1 month free on the platform. Use code YouTube at checkout. I'll put everything in the description so you can see it all there and go right to the site and check it out for yourself. And remember, let's focus on consistency this year, not intensity, because when you focus on health, aesthetics will follow. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was super helpful for you. Let me know below in the comments if you agree, disagree, if there's anything I missed in terms of rules that we need to be following for 2026. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Make sure to check out my latest video here.